So before we get started, check out the following links in the description box below as highlighted in the image shown. So you'll be able to get our past papers, our link to our official website, link to accreditations, our link to donation page, and contact details in the description. So once you'll be watching a certain video of any lesson or of any past paper, you'll be able to get all these links, and you can be able to get to download past papers, to reach to our official website. You'll be able to see links to our accreditations so that you can see which authorities have accredited us. You'll be able to reach to our donation page as well as our contact details.
Welcome back to another lesson. We continue with our revision series. In this video, you want to look at an exam that was done in December 2022, and our focus shall be on question number 4. We begin with the question number 4A. The question reads, identify 4 benefits that may accrue to a firm from business crowdfunding. What are the benefits of crowdfunding? 1, we can say that there is access to capital. Access to capital. By this we mean that business crowdfunding, provides entrepreneurs with access to capital, from large pool of potential investors. Another benefit that accrue to crowdfunding is there is low fees. Here we mean that businesses or business crowdfunding is typically low when it comes to fees. Is typically has low fees compared to the one you get from banks and other financial institutions. Has low fees and costs associated with it compared to financial institution. Compared to financial institutions, or compared to traditional source of funding. Compared to traditional source of financing. Traditional source of financing, that the one we go to the banks and the rest. Then we can talk of flexibility. And here we say that business crowdfunding offers entrepreneurs more flexible terms, more flexible or more flexibility when it comes to settling their own investment terms, when it comes to settlement. Another there is increase visibility. You can talk of increase visibility. You can also talk of quick funding. All these are advantages, quick funding or benefits. When you come to quick funding, you can say that it can provide business with quick access to capital. It can provide business with quick access. Can provide business with quick access to capital. So basically, those are the major benefits associated with crowdfunding. And we move on to part B. You are told, citing 3 reasons justify why a company should endeavor to maintain a stable dividend payment policy. Why should a company pay dividends constantly? The first is to increase shareholders' confidence. To increase shareholders' confidence. Here we say that a stable dividend policy, helps to create sense to the shareholders. Helps to create a sense of trust. Helps to create a sense of trust. A sense of trust to shareholders. The next is to show steady growth. To show steady growth. By declaring dividends, it means the business is making profit. This demonstrates their confidence in the long-term growth potential. We say that here a stable dividend policy. Demonstrate this is a long-term growth potential. Demonstrate long-term growth potential. Another advantage of stable dividend policy is to attract investors. To attract investors. Here we say that a steady dividend policy can be used to strongly provide incentive. So here we are saying that a steady dividend policy, can be used, can be a strong incentives to attract investors. We can also say to retain employees. Employees would like to be in a company that is keep on promoting them and making profit. So we say that it can help to retain employees, and it shows financial stability. Can help to retain employees, as it demonstrates financial stability. So those are among the few reasons why a company needs to maintain a stable dividend policy. Yeah. And the fundamental one is to attract investors. Yeah. So that no one would like to invest in a business that is not making profit. Now, we go to part C. It reads the following balances were extracted from the books of Elgate Manufacturing Company for the year 2021. We have raw materials at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, work in progress, finished good, account receivable, and accounts payable. Additional information is that annual sales amount to 4,748 million. Cost of production is 2,320,000,000. Raw materials 1,526. That is the closing raw material. Annual cost of sales 2,862,000,000. And all sales and purchases made during the year were on credit. You are required compute the working capital cycle. Compute the working capital cycle. So we begin by looking at working capital cycle. You're looking at working capital cycle. Here, let's look at raw materials. Raw materials, we check average raw materials. We look at average raw materials divided by raw materials purchased. Raw materials purchased, then times 365. You are told take 365 working days or 365 days in a year. So here we are going to get the average. This you are going to have 72 million plus 96 million, everything divided by 2, then everything here over 1,502,000 times 365. So here we shall have, when you do your calculation, this is 20.14 days. The figures here, average here, closing 72 million, 96 million. Then you're told raw material purchase during the year is 1,526,000,000. That's what I brought here. 1,526. 1,526. Now, we go to work in progress conversion. Work in progress conversion. Conversion period. And here we shall look at average of finished goods, 126,000 plus 138,000 divided by 2, everything over 2,862,000 times 365, and this gives us 16.83 days. 16.83 days. Debtors collection period. We look at debtors collection period. You can work it here. Debtors collection period, we shall have average debtors 218,000 plus 254,000. You divide this one by 2, then over total credit sales 4,748 million times 365. This will give us 18.14 days. Then we look at creditors period. Creditors period. Creditors period, we shall look at average accounts payable. Average accounts payable. Here we shall have 208,000 plus 202,000 divided by raw materials purchase. 1,526 million, then multiply by 365, and this gives us 49.03 days. Therefore, we can now get our working capital cycle. Working capital cycle. We shall have, the first one we did was 20.41 days. That was raw materials conversion cycle. Went to work in progress conversion period. Here we got work in progress conversion period. Work in progress conversion period. If you take this work in progress conversion period, this was 5.98 days. You add 5.98 days plus finished good. Did we do finished good? I did not do finished good. Let's do it here. Finished good conversion. Let's have here. Finished good holding period. Yeah. What did I do here? Work in progress. This was finished good holding period, where you have the average finished goods. Average finished goods. There's something I have not done right here. Yes, something small here. I made a small mistake. This one here was finished goods. Finished goods holding period. And then the figures here was right. 16, that was 16.83. Now work in progress conversion. Work in progress conversion here is what now we pick average work in progress. That is 32,000 plus 44,000 divide by 2. Everything over the production costs, which is 2,320,000, then multiplied by 365. This is what that is giving us 5.98 days. Good. Now, once you have you add all this, we have said there is raw material conversion, then there is finished goods holding period, debtors collection period, work in progress conversion. Then we add all of them. Then they are going to give us the working. This is the conversion cycle. That is the working capital cycle. So this year we are going to have, this is 20.41 plus 5.98. We add 16.83 plus 18.14. Then we minus the creditors period. Minus 49. This is 49.03. So working, now here we have what we are calling working capital cycle. Working capital cycle. And this gives us the difference here is 12.33 days. So what you do here is that once you get into this kind of question, you need to look at the table provided here, raw materials. If you want to get the average, means is the average the beginning plus the end divided by 2. Then understand, like if you're looking for raw materials conversion, here we are talking about average raw materials over the raw materials. Finished goods, here is average finished good over the cost. So when you substitute their figures here, you'll end up with what you're calling the working capital cycle. Then you are saying the directors of Elgate Manufacturing Company intend to negotiate for a longer credit period from the suppliers of raw material. Explain the effect of this action on the working capital cycle. Yeah. Here, the effect is that it will reduce the working capital cycle. The working capital cycle. Simply because you're looking for a longer credit period. So if you're having a longer credit period, means then the figures here will be less. So it is going to reduce the working capital cycle. That is the effect of having a longer credit terms from suppliers. Otherwise, that is how you are to do this question. Basically, as when it comes to working capital cycle, that means you're looking at each one of them. Remember, the reason why you are subtracting the creditors period is because the creditors, the creditors, when you're talking about the working capital, you're talking about asset minus liabilities. Yeah, so current asset basically. So we are talking about creditors, not, you subtract this one because we need to look at the working capital only. The working capital, then we exclude the creditors. And the reason we're having 12.33 days in our answer. Otherwise, you're going to stop there in this question. And further readings, you can check the notes that are provided to you on our website and the other questions that we have attempted on the same. Otherwise, it's goodbye for now.
So if you like this video, you can always enroll with us. You'll be able to access more of these revision sessions. And also, you'll be able to find well done lectures or pre-recorded videos for all the KASNEB courses as well as CHRP. And in case of anything, you can always reach us out. We have our contact details on the screen. Feel free to call, feel free to WhatsApp anytime. So thank you, and let's meet in our next session.